About 100 people gathered at McMaster University today for the first day of a conference commemorating the 40th anniversary of the bombing of Air India Flight 182 that killed 331 people back in the summer of 1985. Julie Sharp was there and joins us now in studio with more. Julie?
That's right, Adam. The terrorist attack, which happened almost 40 years ago, is still the worst tragedy in Canadian history. However, family members of victims say they don't feel it's spoken about enough, and that's why events like today are necessary. It was a triggering yet therapeutic day for family members of victims on Air India Flight 182.
It is difficult talking about it. It triggers memory, but at the same time, they have to know that these are actual living people who have gone through this, and it can happen to anybody.
I was my sister Indra. She was 21 years old.
On June 23, 1985, a bomb exploded on Air India Flight 182 en route from Toronto to London, England, killing all 329 people on board. The plane had various passengers and baggage transfers from a Vancouver flight where the bomb was initially loaded. Another explosion in the baggage terminal at Tokyo's International Airport killed 2 baggage handlers the same day. The baggage was also from a flight from Vancouver. The conference includes the launch of the Air India Flight 182 Memory Archive, dance, poetry, film, and a roundtable of family members who lost loved ones to the bombing. Jashri Tampi, who was a panelist, says she lost her 7-year-old daughter and her husband on that tragic day.
This is not something that you heal over. They always say time heals. It never heals. It teaches you how to cope up.
The organizer says the event aims to remember and honor those lost, but to also educate people about this historical tragedy.
This is the longest and most expensive criminal investigation in Canadian history. There is a national day to commemorate this event, yet this event has not entered our public consciousness.
The organizer also says the story of Air India Flight 182 should be taught in schools across the country.
A student should not have to show up in my graduate or my undergraduate course to learn about their history. This has been called a Canadian tragedy, right? So why is it that my Canadian students don't know about this tragedy until they enter in my classroom? We are doing something terribly wrong.
It's important we start educating children because this is part of history. It's part of Canadian history, and it has to be told, so that future generations will know that this can happen in Canada, it can happen in the future.
The organizer says they have started uploading materials from their archives, which includes old photos and newspaper articles. The group plans to put it online so it will be accessible to the public.